a tiny city without a king, where over 50,000 people live together on just 6 acres of land. This place only spans about 6 acres, but it is still considered a city. Even though its area is only the size of 4 football fields, it contains all the characteristics of a real city: residential homes, shops, restaurants, temples, and apartment buildings. However, only those living on the outskirts of this city can experience direct sunlight every day, while the rest of the city remains shrouded in darkness. Moreover, because of the extreme overpopulation, this small city has been labeled the most densely populated place in the world. Where is this place located? Why is the population density so incredibly high? And how do the people there earn a living? Let's explore the most densely populated city in the world together. Please stay with the video until the end. This little city is called Kowloon Walled City. It's located in Hong Kong. Currently, more than 50,000 people reside here. Due to the severe overcrowding, there's barely any space left to live. So playgrounds and parks have to be set up outside the city's area. Kowloon Walled City was first established in 1662. At that time, it was a Chinese military outpost. By 1841, the small military camp was expanded into a larger garrison. This region was one of the areas that produced Chinese dried tea for Great Britain. Later on, in an attempt to balance trade, the British started importing opium into China via India. As a result, many Chinese people became addicted to opium, and the Chinese economy began to decline. In response, the Chinese government attempted to resolve the issue, which led to the First Opium War between China and Britain. Britain won the war and took control of Hong Kong, but Kowloon Walled City was not included. In response, China constructed a larger fortress at Kowloon, transforming the small outpost into a heavily fortified military site. The fortress was surrounded by thick defensive walls, and its center housed the administrative office overseeing the area. Then came the Second Opium War in 1860. After this war, the British gained control of the island containing the Kowloon Walled City fortress. Due to administrative difficulties and the distance involved, both Britain and China began to lose interest in the area. As a result, migrants and squatters began settling in the area. More people arrived gradually, but during the Sino-Japanese War, many of the city's residents fled. By 1942, Japan had taken control of northern China and its coastal regions, and Hong Kong also fell into Japanese hands. The Japanese expanded Kai Tak Airport nearby, demolishing the fortress walls of Kowloon Walled City and using the materials for construction purposes. In short, after the Chinese Civil War, many refugees fled to the Hong Kong side, where the cost of living was cheaper. Within just a few decades, Kowloon Walled City became a maze of overbuilt structures and an overwhelmingly dense population. The buildings were constructed so tightly packed that the streets below could no longer receive sunlight. By then, many buildings had risen up to 14 stories tall. Since the area was not governed by any official laws or regulations, residents built homes however they pleased. Because of the nearby Kai Tak Airport, property owners all agreed not to build higher than 14 stories. Apartments on the outer edge of the city, which received natural light and fresh air, were much more expensive. In contrast, interior units lacked windows, ventilation, and proper sanitation. Garbage was often dumped between the buildings. With many factories operating inside the city, air pollution gradually worsened. 6 official water stations supplied the city's drinking water. Very few residents paid for electricity, utilities, or other official fees. It was truly like a kingdom without a king. Even today, the extremely low rent within Kowloon Walled City continues to attract residents and business owners alike. Thank you all so much for watching.